Sorry, Abby. I won't be needing dinner tonight.
Oh, Dave, are you working late again today?
Yeah, our department's been really busy lately. Everybody else is staying late. I can't go home first just because I'm married.
I see.
I might have to stay at the office tonight. Don't wait up for me. Go ahead and go to bed first.
Okay, but don't work too hard. You're hardly ever home these days. It seems like they call you in on the weekends too. I'm worried about your health.
Yeah, I guess I am working all the time. But I'm young, so I'll be okay. Besides, it's because I'm working hard like this that we can afford to live the way we do.
Well, I'm working too, in case you were wondering. Are you coming home early tomorrow?
Well, I don't know. Anyway, I'll be home late tonight. See you.
Abby, I need to talk to you. Is this a good time?
Good morning. What is it about?
If you're free today, would you like to have lunch with me?
Pardon me?
There's this new pasta place that opened at the mall. I'm itching to try it.
I'm so surprised.
What?
You suddenly said you wanted to talk to me this early in the morning. I thought you were going to complain to me about something again.
Oh, come on now. I'm not that bad.
Well, I used to be scared of you.
That's right, when you were just married. I bet you thought I was the mother-in-law from hell. But now I don't go out of my way to text mean things.
Yeah, that's right, I know.
Back then, I didn't really know what you did. I'm sorry I was so harsh on you.
It's okay. If you're home all day, it's no wonder people think you don't work. And now we get along with each other like this.
So, what do you want to do about lunch? The new pasta place, my friend says it's really good.
I'd love to go there with my mother-in-law.
Okay, I'll make a reservation. Can we meet in front of the mall at 12?
Okay, thank you for inviting me. I'm looking forward to it.
Abby, I've got a big problem.
Dave, what's wrong?
I thought I could go home early tonight, but it looks like I won't be able to.
Why?
My mom's been put in jail.
Huh? Jail? My mother-in-law?
Yeah, that's right.
You're kidding, right?
I wanted to think it was a joke too. The police called me at my office. They said they arrested my mom.
Well, what did your mother do?
According to the police, she was repeatedly shoplifting at a local supermarket.
Your mother was shoplifting?
Unbelievable, isn't it? But I guess she was having a hard time making ends meet after she and Dad got divorced. Maybe she was short of money to buy food.
Huh?
Actually, I'm being questioned by the police right now, so I don't think I'll be able to go home tonight.
Oh, this is terrible. Is there anything I can do?
No, you don't have to do anything. Just go on as usual. She's my mother. I'll take care of it.
Well, okay. But does it really take that long for the police to interrogate someone? They want to keep you all night with them? You can come home at night, can't you?
No, I'm not going home. I'm going to stay at my parents' house for a while.
Why?
Think about it. I'm the son of a criminal. I don't want to have trouble with the neighbors. And I don't want to put any burden on you. I think we should live apart for a while. I'll text you when I can. Just don't go anywhere near my parents' house.
Okay, I got it. Thanks for lunch today. I didn't know such a nice restaurant had opened at the mall.
I'm glad you liked it. Thank you for going out with me on such short notice. I'm always free, but you work from home, don't you?
That's one of the advantages of working from home. I can go out on weekdays.
That's true. Can I ask you out again?
Sure. By the way, is Dave back there?
No, he's not.
I knew it.
He said he was going to spend some time here. I haven't heard anything from him.
Where the hell is he? He told me this big lie about getting the call at his office and being told that you were put in jail.
Oh, that boy, I tell you. He just goes and accuses his mother of being a criminal.
I'll call Dave's company tomorrow.
Yes, please do that. Of course, it's a lie that the police contacted the company.
I'm sorry to say this about your son, but I think we should question whether it's true that he's been working overtime or on holidays.
That's okay. It would be strange not to have doubts under the circumstances. To begin with, Dave was lying for sure, but I was the one who didn't let you correct him.
Yeah, I guess so. When Dave told me that you were in jail, I immediately tried to tell him that it couldn't be true. But you told me to keep on pretending to believe him.
He was obviously up to something. I figured we should wait and see what he's up to. Let me know if you make any progress.
Got it. Mom, it seems Dave was lying after all. I just called Dave's company and checked with his boss. He told me that Dave has been leaving work on time recently. He hasn't had to work any overtime. And he's never been asked to come on the weekends.
I knew it.
Of course, it's also a lie that the police called the company. Dave told the company that his mother was suddenly hospitalized. He said he wanted to take care of her, so he asked for a week's paid vacation.
I'm stunned. I'm in jail, hospitalized. How can he tell one lie after another?
Also, as for why Dave lied and took a paid leave, I'm sure you can guess the answer to that question.
Yes, I don't want to believe it, but I bet he's cheating on you.
Apparently so. Actually, after I called the company, I also contacted a coworker of Dave's that I know. He said that he was probably on a trip with his mistress. Apparently there are rumors running around the office. Dave and a new employee who joined the company last year are having an affair. They are often seen going out for drinks after work together, and she took paid leave at the same time Dave did.
So, the reason he was going to work on his days off.
He was probably going on dates with her. He's taking a week off this time. So, there's a good chance they're on an illicit excursion.
I see. But is there any proof that he's dating the girl?
The coworker of Dave's told me about a private account she has on a social networking site. I got a number of screenshots of photos that could be evidence of an affair. Her face was hidden, but her clothes and belongings were clearly visible. And there were many photos that clearly showed it was Dave from his clothes and belongings.
Then it seems pretty reliable. But I wonder what young people are thinking nowadays. I wonder if they don't care if they get caught cheating.
Maybe they're just trying to give off a scent. But I can't seem to find out where they are now by looking at their social networking sites. I wonder where in the world they went after taking a week off from work.
Well, the best thing to do is wait for them to come back.
Wait?
We almost know who the person is. I'm pretty sure he'll be home in a week. And then, at just the right timing, tell him you know I'm not in jail.
Best timing?
I can't forgive Dave for betraying you, and I'll never forgive him for calling me a criminal. I know he thinks we don't know anything, and he's enjoying his trip with his lover. When he comes back, let's give it to him good.
I like that.
I want to give it to him too. First of all, can you find out when Dave is planning to come back?
I'll do that. Dave, are the police still questioning you? How long do you plan to stay at your parents' house?
Huh? Yeah, it looks like I'm done with the police. It's not like I committed any crimes. But she's going to have to spend a lot of time in jail. I'd like to bring her some clothes and stuff. I think I'm gonna stay at home for a while.
Oh, I see. So you're not coming home?
No. I'm not gonna live at their house forever. I guess I'll be home in about 5 days. I'm gonna get some things I need for work and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you know, it's not easy when a family member gets caught by the police, so I'm sorry I left you alone for so long. That mother of mine, shoplifting at her age?
I wonder how long it will last.
What? What did you say?
No, it's nothing. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. Bye.
Abby, I'll be home in about 15 minutes. I've been exhausted this past week with all this stuff with Mom. I want to take a long bath when I get home.
Are you that tired?
Of course I'm tired. I've never been questioned by the police before in my life.
Oh, that's so funny.
What? What do you mean?
That your mother is in jail.
You're terrible. That's not funny. Okay, I know you don't think much of her, but she was struggling to survive. She committed a crime because she had to.
Well, I'll get the details when you get home.
Hey, Abby, what the hell is going on?
Hey, Dave. Where did you go? I had a bath ready and waiting for you. You rushed away as soon as you opened the front door.
Because I found my mother's shoes on the porch. What are those? Don't tell me my mother is visiting us.
She's been staying with us since yesterday.
What? Huh? Wait a minute.
Your mother is supposed to be in jail. Isn't that strange? I wonder why she's staying with us.
You knew?
Yes. You lied about your mother being in jail. I knew it all along.
Really? I mean, why?
When you called me and told me your mom was in jail, I was with her.
What? You were together?
We were having lunch.
Lunch with my mother? No way.
She told me about this new pasta place at the mall. We went there together. It was reasonable, but the portions were huge and it was so good.
No, wait. You and Mom don't get along. There's absolutely no way you two were going out for lunch together.
We're good friends now.
I don't buy it.
If you don't believe me, let me show you a picture of the two of us together.
What? You were always complaining when we first got married. Mom didn't understand that you were working from home. Why are you a recluse and a freeloader?
That was a long time ago. My mother-in-law understood after I patiently explained it to her. Now she supports my work.
What?
What's more, we've been honest with each other about what's on our minds. We can talk about anything without hesitation. She seems to be more relaxed when she's with me than when she is with her friends. She often invites me to go to dinner with her.
I can't believe it. I thought mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws were always at each other's throats.
That's strange, isn't it? I told you, your mother and I made up with each other.
Oh, you did?
Well, you seem to be busy with work. I guess you weren't interested in what I had to say.
No,
When I got the text from you the other day, I was having lunch with your mother. She almost spit out her coffee. Who wouldn't be surprised? She's suddenly in jail.
Oh my God. I didn't expect you and Mom to keep in touch, much less having lunch together. I figured if I lied, you'd never find out.
Oh, that's too bad, isn't it? I communicate with your mother more often than you do.
Damn it, I thought I could take advantage of the fact you guys didn't get along.
You know, it's an interesting turn of events.
It's not interesting at all.
I can see that you haven't been back at your parents' house, right? I know you lied to the company about taking time off to take care of your mother. I wonder where you've been for the past week.
Give me a break.
Dave,
Mother.
how dare you make me out to be a criminal?
Yeah, I didn't.
I shoplifted because I was in need of money? Are you kidding me? I'm not poor. Even if I was poor, I would never shoplift.
I'm sorry.
Unbelievable. Making up a stupid lie to take time off to cheat on your wife? You're doing the same thing your father did.
Oh yeah, isn't that the reason you guys got divorced? Because he was cheating on you, right?
That's right. He lied to me about his business trip. He went overseas with a woman who worked for him.
And I went overseas with her.
You're just like him in ways I don't want you to be. Hurry up and come home and apologize to Abby.
I don't want to. I'm too scared to go home.
Huh?
I'm sorry I lied, but I'm your son. You should be on my side.
Son, you've got to be kidding me. I may be responsible for raising an idiot like you, but I have no intention of continuing to be a parent of a man who would do such terrible things.
Oh, come on now.
Once I've seen you apologize to Abby and set something straight, I'm going to cut off our relationship.
Oh no. Abby, please, I want to apologize for lying to you. And I'll break up with that girl too. Can you just give me another chance?
Just take your stuff and get out of my sight.
What?
I think you already know this, but I've lived here since I was single. Of course, the place is in my name, and I'm the one who has been paying rent. You need to leave.
Leave? You're not saying...
I'm divorcing you, cheating bastard.
Abby, don't be hasty. Let's talk it over carefully.
You know what? If you want to talk it over, why don't you show up? I know you're probably still hanging around the house right now, apologizing by text without even showing up. I don't feel like you're sincere at all.
You're with my mom, right? You're just gonna gang up on me.
Well, okay. I'll be filing for compensation.
Compensation?
Of course. You cheated on me.
I'm breaking up with her. The only one I love is you.
Oh, is that so? Then why did you lie and go on a trip with her?
Because I wanted to relieve some stress.
You were stressed out?
That's right. I'm out there working my heart out. You work from home, but I make less. I felt worthless.
I don't think that's a good reason to cheat on me. You knew before we got married that I made more money than you.
Well, you know, a guy has pride.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer later.
No, wait.
Goodbye then.
Abby.
Dave came home at a staggering pace. He got down on his knees and apologized to me and my mother-in-law. But neither my mother-in-law nor I were willing to forgive him. I let him take only the bare minimum of his belongings and kicked him out of the house. When Dave tried to go back to his parents' house, of course, his mother would not let him in because she had insulated him from her. He tried to roll into the house of his lover for the time being. However, her parents were waiting for him at her house, furious having found out about the affair. They let him have it good. Having no place to go, he ended up staying in a motel. When he arrived at work the next morning, he found out that his partner had already submitted a resignation letter. As for Dave, he was transferred to a different state. After that, I never saw him again. Rumor has it that he quit his job and is now living quite poorly from job to job. I don't care what he is or what he is doing because I have collected my compensation. On the other hand, I have continued to work from home after the divorce. I am living at my own pace. My mother-in-law and I are close as ever and we go out for lunch once a week. And since I got some extra income from the compensation, we're planning to go on a trip to a spa resort.
Come home from the hospital right now. Your morning sickness should be long gone. What, are you lazy? I'm not just gonna sit here and let you be hospitalized for a temporary illness. I'm sorry, Kay. I'm afraid I can't yet. Your disease is laziness. You can't even fulfill your duties as a wife. That's a big no-no. Get out of the hospital as soon as possible and do what you have to do. You're a useless wife. Don't you dare cross me. I'm sorry, I can't. It's so hard to get up. If you weren't pregnant, I'd kick you out right now. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I want you out of my house as soon as you have the baby. Please, don't talk to me like that. You're usually so nice to me. What's wrong with you? It's as if you've changed. I'm only nice to you because of my son and my husband. The truth is, I hate you. Just talking to you irritates me. What? How can I like a woman who grew up in an institution without parents? There's no way I could like you. Is that how you felt? I wish I never brought you into my home. I regret it so much. I'm sorry, I didn't realize how much you hated me. I'll do my best to make you like me. That's not going to happen even if you get down and beg. I don't want to see your face or hear your voice. It pains me to look at the words you type in the message. It irritates me more when you do irrelevant things, so don't waste your time trying to make me like you. But I don't want it to stay like this. What should I do? After you have the child, leave our house immediately. What? The hospital fees are a waste of money. I feel like I want you to go away. I wonder if there's a way. I don't know how to answer that. Go back to your parents' house. Oh, that's right. Sorry. You were abandoned by your parents and raised in an institution, weren't you? The fact that you're a woman who grew up in an institution is already offensive, so I usually try not to remember that. If you don't have a home to go back to, then have the institution take care of you for a while. That's not possible. The facility has a rule that you have to leave when you turn 18. They won't take care of you after that. Even though nobody knows where you came from, you've managed to worm your way into not just my son's life, but also my husband's. You're a cunning woman, aren't you? I didn't know you hated me so much. If you prolong your stay in the hospital because you can't go back to the facility, I'll take your baby away and kick you out of the house. You wouldn't go that far, would you? I'm serious. You vile, abandoned child can go live on the street. You're so wrong if you think you can be part of a normal family. Well, excuse me, I've been called in for a test. You don't have to do the test. Refuse that useless thing. It's a waste of money. That's not how it works. You money-grubbing, lazy wife. I'm gonna make you pay when you get out of the hospital. My name is Angel. I am 28 years old. I live with my husband, who is 7 years older than me, and my husband's parents, who are 62. I'm currently 5 months pregnant, and we just found out the gender is a girl. We are all looking forward to the birth of the baby. My parents abandoned me when I was a baby. I grew up in an orphanage. I have never known a family in my life. As soon as I got married, I was blessed with a family, and I was so happy. I feel as though my in-laws are my real parents. My father-in-law enjoys traveling and always buys me chocolate as a souvenir. When I go shopping with him, he is a very kind person who helps me with my bags. My mother-in-law is a strict disciplinarian. I am puzzled by the unexpected message because she is usually very kind to me. I'm pregnant, so I'm pretty tired. I thought it was part of the pregnancy that I was having so much pain, but the symptoms became stronger day by day and I started to lose my appetite. I went to see a doctor and was admitted to the hospital. The doctor in charge told me that there was something that worried him a little, so I am currently undergoing various tests. I hope nothing is wrong. To be honest, I am extremely anxious. I've got a bad feeling, and my world has been swallowed up. I can't believe that the doctor in charge called even me in. Cancer was found during your pregnancy? You are so useless. You can't even take care of your health. Yes, I'm sorry. When the doctor asked me to choose between mom or the baby, I said without hesitation the baby. What? What, are you confused? It's a no-brainer, isn't it? I don't care about you. Just give me a grandchild. My husband and son feel the same way too. I can't believe the doctor would say that. He said we'd work together so I could see my daughter's face. Was he lying? There's nothing they can do. The doctor couldn't tell you either. So if you ask, they'll just cover it up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to deliver this baby safely. You and my father-in-law are still at the hospital, right? Let me check with my husband and father-in-law. The three of you heard what the doctor said, right? What, are you doubting me? It's an indisputable fact. I'm already home, and my son and husband are so nice. They said they couldn't tell you directly, so I had no choice. I'm the one who told you. I'm the bad guy here, instead of the nice guys. Do you understand? I'm doing it for you, and it pisses me off that you suspect me. Oh, I see. Well, you can ask my son. He won't tell you the truth out of concern for you. That's true, he is a kind man. I'll be able to raise this baby, won't I? I'm a little too shocked. My head is all messed up. Just giving birth is going to be difficult, so forget about raising the baby. Oh yes, where is your life insurance policy? In the safe? Why? I will need it after you move on. You're going to the other side after you have the baby anyway. Is it that bad? The doctor told me that you have a few more months if you don't get treatment. A few months? He said you won't last long even if you get treatment. Anyway, I don't want anything to happen to the baby. Please, don't get the treatment. It would be really serious if the medicine causes a handicapped child. And if you say that you don't want to have the baby anymore, I'll hate you for the rest of your life. You can't be so cruel as to let yourself be the only one to survive, can you? Of course not. I would give my life to have this baby. Yes, good. That's what you should do. I will keep the baby in my belly without treatment. Good. Well said. Refuse treatment at all costs. That's what a mother should do. Got it. I'm so relieved to hear you say that. I am the only one who can protect my baby. Anyway, for now, I'll do my best to give birth to a healthy baby. However, if you don't have a healthy baby, I'll give the child away just like you were given away by your parents. We don't need a handicapped child in our home. It's a precious life. Please, don't do that. Any child is our precious daughter. Even the echo results didn't show anything wrong with the child. I'm sure she'll be fine. You don't know that until the baby is born, and if she looks like you, I'll throw her away deep in the mountains right on the spot. She's your grandchild. You wouldn't do that, would you? I'm looking forward to it. When you go to heaven, I'll have some money. I can mock a daughter who looks like you. Kids won't argue like you do, and it will be fun to tease her. Please, don't ever do that. No matter how much you hate me, please don't touch my baby. Then you'll suffer and survive. You will protect your child from me. Well, I know that's not going to happen. At best, watch your daughter get mocked from the other side. No matter what happens, I will protect her from you. You've got a lot of bravado, don't you? You can barely get up now. I wonder what's going to happen to you from here on out. I hear your illness is going to be very painful and agonizing. It is? My condolences. It would be easier if you went out quickly, wouldn't it? What a thing to say to someone who's trying so hard to live. You're a horrible person. I can't die and leave her here. No matter how hard you try, you don't have much time left. Do your best to struggle and resist all you want. Be responsible and give birth to my plaything. I was having a great time shopping and then I get a call that things have taken a turn for the worst. So, is it about that time?
Anyway, you need to come to the hospital as soon as possible.
So, this is the end. I'll have to have the insurance policy on standby. I can't wait to see how much I get.
What?
I'm going to say this one last time. I don't care about you. Just make sure you give birth to my grandchild. If you're going to go, do your duty as a daughter-in-law first, and watch your daughter being mocked from the afterlife.
What a thing to say. My wife is gone.
What nonsense are you talking about? Are you trying to make fun of me?
Angel passed away just a few minutes ago.
Huh?
This is Joey. Mom, I'm incredibly shocked. You would say such horrible things to Angel. I can't accept this kind of thing even as a joke.
Why are you using Angel's phone?
I just happened to be looking at her phone when she got a message from you. I replied without thinking about it.
Oh, it was a misunderstanding. I kind of misspoke.
I've got all the message history that you sent to her. What the hell is this? You acted so nice in front of me. I hate you for being so abusive. She was trying so hard and you're telling her to hurry up and go to the other side. Don't you have a soul, Mom? I can't believe all the things you said about my daughter, like abandoning her or picking on her.
Just listen to me for a second.
I don't want to hear your crap. Angel, she couldn't even tell me. And yet, I didn't see what was going on. I'm worthless.
I wanted her to be a good wife. I was just trying to be hard on her for her sake.
It doesn't sound like it, does it? You are horrible. I can't believe you said all those heartless things. It must have been sad and heartbreaking for Angel. If it wasn't hard enough with the pregnancy and cancer treatment, she had to endure verbal abuse from you.
It's her fault for not being strong enough. It's terrible to call it abuse. I was just a little too harsh.
Just a little too harsh? How can you be so complacent after hurting Angel like this? You're not a person. You're like a demon or a devil.
You don't have to go that far.
You've got to be kidding me. Saying Dad and I chose the baby over Angel? You even lied to her.
Well, I was testing her to see if she could fulfill her responsibilities as a mother.
There's no use in trying to deceive me. I've always wondered. Me and Dad both thought that she could have a child after she got better, Angel's body was the most important thing, so we wanted her to get her treatment as soon as possible. But Angel refused. I can't believe it was because of you.
But Angel was the one who finally decided not to have the treatment. I was just offering a little advice.
I think you made her say that.
Don't blame me alone.
Of course, I'm responsible for not noticing, but it was just so painful and hard. It's not a person's place to push her into a corner.
Oh dear, why should I be the one to get yelled at? If she drew her last breath, then so did the baby in her belly. I'm sorry, but it can't be helped.
Aren't you sad? You lost both Angel and your granddaughter.
When I say I'm sorry, I mean I'm sorry. And I'll get the life insurance. If you marry a young lady from a good family, we'll have grandchildren with good bloodlines. That's better. Besides, a woman from nowhere like that is not worthy to be a part of our family. It's better for us that she's gone, because a granddaughter from an orphan would have been pain in the ass.
I'll never forgive you. Angel protected her baby until the very end. She even refused painkillers. She didn't want the medications to affect the baby. That's what you made her do. I don't know how much pain she went through.
But if this is the result, there's nothing I can do. I'm not going to the hospital. I'll get ready to get the life insurance.
That's enough. As for Angel, who was hopeful that she might be cured, you're the one who put a deadline on her life, Mom. If it weren't for that, she might have been cured.
She needed to be told. I thought it would be better for her to know so she could get her things in order before she leaves. You need to prepare yourself, right?
You've got to be kidding me. And you're offering condolences to a living person? You're saying she should go to heaven as soon as possible? No matter how hard it was, she endured it without a single complaint. I despise you for saying such things to her.
There's no need to be so angry.
I'll give you one chance. Come to the hospital right now and apologize. Get down on your knees and apologize for all the mistakes you've made.
No, I'm not listening to you anymore. You said she drew her last breath, so you want me to apologize to a ghost?
If you can't do that, you get out of my house.
What, this? Out of the blue? You don't have the gall to talk to your mother like that, do you?
This is Thomas, your husband.
You're at the hospital too?
Of course I am. Our precious Angel had a sudden relapse. It's normal to rush over immediately. I've seen all the messages you've been sending along with Joey's. She'd been struggling since she was a little girl, and all you did was hurl trash at her. I will never forgive you in a million years.
So I told Joey it was just an education. It's her fault for not being a good wife.
You've got to be kidding me. Angel took care of me like I was her real father. She always called me Dad, Dad. I can't believe I won't be able to hear her voice anymore. I'm so sad, I feel like I'm going to lose control.
You have me. I'm sure it wouldn't make you happy to have that abandoned child call you her dad.
There's nothing more I can say to you. Since you are out shopping, just don't come back. If I find you at home, I'll toss you out on your butt.
Don't be so angry. I was out of line. When the next daughter-in-law comes, I won't mock her.
Oh, so you were mocking her after all.
Uh-oh.
I'm divorcing you. Don't ever come home again.
What are you talking about? We're over 60 years old and you're divorcing me now? You're joking, right?
I'm serious. If you refuse, I'll mediate or take you to court.
Don't be so hasty. If you divorce me, I'll be alone. How will I live by myself from now on?
You need to be taught a lesson. I know every family has wife and mother-in-law problems, but yours has gone too far. You sent Angel to her death when she could have survived with proper medical treatment.
Don't say that. I didn't do anything wrong. It's because she took my precious son away from me. Joey was all over me until he married Angel. How can I let her do that? A wife is not family. To me, she's my enemy who took away my precious son.
Mom, please, stop being a child.
Huh? Joey?
Mom, there's nothing more important than a human life. If I'm so important to you, then you know how much Angel cherished the child in her belly. You knew that, didn't you? I can't believe you used that as an excuse.
I'm sorry about that. I made a little mistake. We all make mistakes, don't we?
Don't brush it off like that. If she had been treated earlier, she might have survived. There is so much to regret.
I really am sorry, so tell your father to forget about the divorce.
Nope. I'm for the divorce too. Get out now. Get out of our lives forever.
Hey, wait! Don't say such horrible things to your mother. My parents are gone and I'll be living on the streets if I leave the house. Ah, that's right. Give me half of Angel's life insurance. Of course, I'm entitled to it, right?
I'm the beneficiary of the life insurance. I'm not giving you a single penny.
What? I thought I was going to get that money. Fine, I'll go back to the house and get the life insurance policy before you guys do.
Don't be stupid. That's not going to put any money in your hands. I'll drag you out if I have to. So be prepared. You're going to spend the rest of your life making amends for what you did to Angel. For the rest of your life, you will live in misery with your sins on your shoulders. Do you understand?
I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. Please, don't say that. I won't ever do it again, I swear.
You couldn't do it, even if you wanted to. Angel is no longer in this world. If you want forgiveness, bring Angel back to life.
That's impossible. Oh God, I don't know what to do. I'm really sorry. Please, don't send me away.
Forget it. I don't have a mom. No more talking. After that, my father came home from the hospital first, got the insurance policy, and tossed my mother out of the house. The mediated divorce was finalized. When we tried to divide the assets, it seems my mother must have been relying on Angel's life insurance money. Father's savings had been almost completely used up, so my mother was forced to pay back the money she wasted as a debt. From now on, my father and I will protect the precious life that Angel left to us. I forgot to tell you that Angel gave birth to her baby safely, and after seeing the baby's face, she passed away. Angel was in agony until she lost consciousness. She kept repeating, "Protector, protector, protector." My father and I were afraid that my mother would do something to the baby. We kept the birth of the child a secret. Angel, has the pain gone? Are you okay now? To be honest, I wanted to put Angel's life first. That's why I tried to convince her over and over again when she refused the treatment. I never thought she would part so soon. I'm sorry, I was so close to you, but I couldn't see how you felt. What a pathetic man I am. I hate myself. I'm the one who should be punished. Instead of making it up to Angel, I will take good care of the life you left for me and raise it, so rest assured. Good night. If there is a next life, I promise to find you. I promise to make you happy this time.
I can't do this anymore. Dad, I just can't. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna end it.
What's wrong with you? What's going on? Slow down.
But I have no other choice. I know you're unemployed, but sending $2,000 every month is too much.
Huh?
I'm taking time off of college to work, and I can't even eat.
Wait a minute.
I'm so tired. You have life insurance on me, right? At 20 years old, how much would my life insurance policy cover if I passed on? Probably more than I'll ever get working, right? I'm sorry, Dad. Just take the insurance money.
Rita, calm down. What the hell are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. Of course I'm talking about sending money to you. Do you know how hard I'm working to pay you $2,000 a month? I'm at wit's end and I'm falling apart.
What? I'm sending you money, right? I hand over $2,000 every month to your mother to deposit it in your bank account.
You don't have to put on a show. You got fired from your job, you've turned to gambling, and you're deep in debt. Where do you get that kind of money?
What kind of crap is that? I still work for the same company, and I hate gambling.
Huh?
On the contrary, I just got a promotion and a bonus increase. The only debt I have is my mortgage, and even that I pay off every month. On top of that, I send you $2,000, and I have a savings account.
No way! 6 months ago, Mom came to my dorm dressed in rags, crying.
What do you mean?
She said that you got fired from your job and tried gambling to make some extra cash. You lost a lot of money and ended up in debt.
Huh? What the hell is that?
You've been drinking all the time. Mom works, but the debt keeps growing because she owes money to the loan sharks. You guys can't even buy clothes. You can only eat bean sprouts.
How is that even possible? Why didn't you call me sooner?
Mom said you were in pain now and not to provoke you.
She told me that you have been providing for me up to now, and in return wanted me to support you until you get back on your feet. That's why I took a leave of absence from college to work and send you $2,000 a month. Unbelievable. Didn't you realize that's not right? I thought about it a little, but I knew I had to do it for my dad. When I was in 8th grade, I was rebellious, right? I said a lot of horrible things about you, like you smelled bad and telling you not to do the laundry with me. Now I have fond memories of those days. What does that have to do with anything now? You didn't give up on me then. You were kind to me. When I had a fever, you ran to the convenience store to buy me Jell-O, even though you were exhausted after work. Well, that's what a father does. I saw you calling clinics trying to find one that was open at night. I decided that if you ever needed help, I'd be there for you. I didn't know you felt that way about me. I was too embarrassed to tell you. So when you heard I was fired, you took a break from college? Yeah. Mom said you could live on $2,000 a month, so I started working all the time, cutting back on food expenses. But I finally reached my limit, so I contacted you. It's been really hard, and I thought I should just end it, but I wanted to apologize to you one last time. I'm sorry I put you through that. I'm really sorry I didn't know what you were going through. No, I'm glad you're okay. But even if I do lose my job and end up on the street, as long as you live happily, that's all that matters to me. So don't ever tell me you're going to throw your life away again. I can take care of the money, but you only have one life. Yeah, I know. I'm just in a tight spot and I'm freaking out, that's all. I'm sorry I scared you. I don't know what the hell your mother was thinking pushing you this far. I mean, it's a good thing you called me. Otherwise it could have been bad. I'll have to talk to her right away. Haven't you heard anything? She said you used to come home once a month, but haven't been around lately. It's because you're in college and your rebellious phase is back. What the hell is that? A relapse of rebellion? You should have called me. But then she told me not to contact you because if your college friends found out that you were texting with your dad, then they would all laugh at you. I thought, well, that makes sense. I wouldn't say that. My icebreaker at making friends is to tell them that you use the back of your shiny bald head as a profile icon. In fact, I actually show it to everyone and laugh with them. You changed that one yourself. Well, it gets laughs at work too, so I've kept it that way. But if I hadn't been such a rebellious jerk in high school, none of this would have happened. I'm sorry. A daughter's rebellious period is one of the best parts of being a male parent. Rita, you didn't do anything wrong. Thank you. Anyway, the next time your mom asks for money, don't send it. If she says anything, just ignore it. If you have any concerns, talk. Okay, and do me a favor. Okay, whatever you want. I need you to send me some money. The day before yesterday, I couldn't resist and bought a half-price donut with my last 80 cents. My payday is next week. I'll be right there. What? You're coming? I'll take you out for burgers or whatever. Why? Daddy, you're working. Just send me a little money and I'll be fine. Is there anything more important than my daughter? Oh, but you better eat something right away, so I'll send you some money now. Give me your account number. You'll get sick if you eat all at once, so eat something light first, like a muffin or something. When I get there, I'll take you out for burgers, steak, ice cream, whatever you want. Then maybe you don't need to come after all. It might cause trouble at the office. Yeah, so? I just took paid leave. That was fast. I'll be there in the evening. Everything is going to be all right now. Don't worry, I'll be there soon. Dad, thanks. I'll be waiting. That night, my scrawny daughter was waiting for me at the station with her sunken cheeks. The moment I saw her like that, I cried, hugging her much shriveled body. It was embarrassing being a 40-year-old guy, but I had not seen my daughter for a long time, and she was such a mess. I blamed myself, and I decided I would never let this happen to her again. Then over dinner with my daughter, we discussed a number of things. First of all, we talked about finding out what on earth my wife was thinking. Timely enough, I received a message from my wife, Maureen, so I decided to probe a little. Then the true nature of the evil woman who had been deceiving me for so long was gradually revealed. Hey, where are you at this time of night? Hurry up and come home! Sorry, I have to work late. You should have called me! I got a new assignment suddenly. I've been busy. I was worried something had happened. Actually, something did. It is something really important. What? Rita called me and said she couldn't afford to send money, so she was gonna kill herself and asked me to use the insurance money. What? That idiot! If she did that, the insurance wouldn't pay. It would be a death in vain. Calm down. I talked to her on the spot and dissuaded her, so she's safe. Oh, really? Thank God. Which do you mean? What? Because Rita is safe, or because the insurance didn't go to waste? The latter, of course. You worried about the money first, didn't you? If the insurance won't pay out, it's useless. So you don't care what happens to your daughter as long as the insurance pays out? That's not what I'm saying. What's the matter with you? You're always nitpicking at others. Don't take life so lightly. Rita is more important than anything else. What's the matter with you? You're not being very nice. Why do you think Rita was pushed to the point of saying that in the first place? Why? You're supposed to be sending that girl $2,000 every month. So what? Not only does she not receive a penny, but she says she sends us $2,000 every month herself. She said she took a leave of absence from college, worked herself to the bone, and made money for us. What the hell is going on? That girl. I can't believe she finally got you involved in making a big deal. I can't cover for her anymore. What do you mean? I'll be honest with you, she's an incredible liar. What? She started hanging out with bad friends in college. She changed. And the fact that she's skinny, I bet it's because she's on drugs. I'm not going to believe you saying that out of the blue. My daughter is not on any drugs. I'd like to think it's not true, but it's the truth. Why didn't you tell me before? I know you have a job and I didn't want to cause you any heartache. But after today's call to you and the mess at the house, I realized I couldn't do it anymore. She's just too twisted to handle anymore. What do you mean, the mess at the house? The house has nothing to do with anything, right? It has. That girl came home unexpectedly today and she hit me and took all the valuables I had. Huh? She said she was going to sell them and buy some Nikes. How is that possible? My daughter would never hit her parents. I know you want to believe her, but that girl even sold your precious Rolex watch. Grandpa's memento? I've been to so many pawn shops, but she must have sold it somewhere far away. I couldn't find it anywhere. My grandpa was the one who helped me to go to college after losing my parents so early. Do you know how much I cherish that watch? I know. How could she do this to me if she knew? She has no restraint when it comes to money anymore. Why does she need money so bad she resorts to one thing after another? Even I don't understand. I'll never forgive her. Wait, leave her to me. I'll talk to her and straighten her out. You can't. That's not true. I'll take care of it. You have 1 week. What? I gotta go on a quick business trip. Give it your best shot by the time I get back. I can't wait any longer. I'm really angry. You know, parent-child relationships are complicated. It's not that easy. If you can't do it, I'll talk to Rita right now. Okay, I'll do something. I'm counting on you. I'll turn her around. Craig, sorry. What's wrong? I couldn't save her. What? So let's cut her off. Cutting off all relationships with her would be the final discipline. That's what you came up with after a week of trying? I've tried everything, but I just don't know what else to do. No matter what I try to do, she won't listen to me. She gets angry and hits me. She even forgot where she sold your watch. She's not our daughter anymore. What are you talking about? You haven't even called Rita since then, let alone done anything. I got in touch with Rita quite a while ago. Don't believe a word she says. I told you, she's an outrageous liar. You're the liar. I'm with Rita right now. No, why? Rita told me all about it a week ago, and I rushed over to her place right away. So you mean you were already at Rita's place when you got the last message? You tricked me. You think you have the right to say that? No. The $2,000 I gave you, the $2,000 you took from Rita, you're the one who sold my heirloom watch, aren't you? What were you doing with all that money?
Actually, I'm sick. What? It's a horrible disease that requires expensive medical care.
If you're gonna lie like that, why don't you do a little Googling and come up with a name for it?
It's true. What? Why is Rita joining this now? Mom's disease is a gross baldy and a hotel disease, right? You're right, it's horrible. Not only expensive medical bills, but there's no way to cure them with modern medicine, right? Huh?
She really wanted to say this herself.
What a vile child! I can't believe this girl is my daughter. It makes me sick to my stomach. Look who's talking. You're so stupid to spend nearly $4,000 a month on that bald old man. I'm so disgusted that such a man is with my mother. How do you know Mr. Baldwin? His name is Baldwin, and he's bald like it's a joke.
Rita, if you say bald too much, it'll hurt my feelings too.
Dad's is charmingly bald. That old man is a creepy bald guy, so it's totally different.
I see. Well, that's all right then, but I'm sure I'll get even balder as I get older, so I'll have to be careful to stay charming.
Don't just go on talking amongst yourselves. Answer the question.
Because I've met and talked to him in person.
What?
I've been in touch with Rita for a week now. Why do you think I didn't say anything until now?
Don't tell me you hired a detective to find out.
I was watching him myself. When I talked to you, I thought you might feel guilty and apologize to Rita, or took some action to get back the memento of my grandfather that you had pawned. I had high hopes for you since you declared that you might get it back, but I knew I had lost all hope.
And that's when you told me to come up with a plan.
But all you did was go to hotels with a guy. I could get enough evidence to fill a box in 3 days, so I confronted the bald guy after he had had his fun with you.
He was a really repulsive, creepy old man. Rita, did you meet him too?
I couldn't refuse her request to go with me. She's the main victim here, and she's a grown adult, so I let her go with me.
How can you go out with an old man like that? Gross! I really wish creepy bald guys like him would disappear from this world. Judging people by their looks is disgusting. He's a wonderful person.
He started hitting on Rita within 30 seconds of meeting her.
What? You're prettier than your mom. I'll pay you good to do some fun work for me in my new establishment. That gave me the chills. That's the way he sees you too, Mom, right? No, of course not. He's a great investor. He owns a lot of real estate. He buys me drinks all the time and the occasional brand name item. He's serious about me. He's doing this to trick you. Don't you realize that the amount of money you give him is much more than you get from him? But he's going to use the money I gave him to invest in a big project. And if he succeeds, we're going to live together in Hawaii. It's all a lie. The truth is that he was going to open an outrageously shady business, and he was raising money to pay for it. Don't bullshit me.
It's the truth because he told us everything on the condition that we'd settle out of court.
No way.
He was afraid that if he got sued, it would somehow expose his business. You were cut off. That's the kind of guy he is.
That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. I'm going to be a celebrity and live a life of luxury in Hawaii.
That's all you've been saying. Did you treat the daughter you went through pain to give birth to so horribly just for that? Do you realize how much Rita has suffered because of you?
She is a child I created for the sake of making money. I brought her up to adulthood, and she's just a tool to repay me for the rest of my life.
That's enough. What's wrong with you calling Rita a tool?
Okay, Dad. I've already collected from the old man the compensation for the affair, the money I sent him, and the amount of money it cost me to buy your Rolex back. It doesn't matter anymore. Don't listen to this insane, disgusting old woman. You've already bought the watch back?
If Rita says so, you and Baldy can take care of the rest.
Even if what you say is true, we'll still be celebrities if we do well. I'll leave my husband and daughter who only give me a pittance and go to him. What a shame. Some little girl will be a potential victim. You guys are the same. You'll abandon me when you're done with what you want. You won't sue me. You'll turn a blind eye to it, but don't treat me like I'm the only bad guy.
I said I wouldn't sue you, but I didn't say I wouldn't report you.
Huh? I already recorded your conversation with Baldy and gave it to the police. It seems he was already illegally hiring some young girls and stuff, and I think he's going to get arrested. You're kidding, right? I'm sorry, but it's true. I mean, he's an old man anyway. He was gonna hide it from the women who funded him once his business took off. No matter what we do, you'll soon be of no use to him, and the dream of Hawaii will just be a dream. There were other people besides me who were paying him?
It's like he was getting money from quite a few women, spending some of the money he got from other women on other people to show off his riches. And then, just like he did with you, he'd go on and on about life in Hawaii.
He's going bald because he's using his brain to think of cunning schemes. I get it. If that's the way you want to play it. Oh no, that's fine. What's fine? Now you're gonna start your usual tacked-on apology and tear-jerking, aren't you? I don't need that kind of crap. Don't say that. I'm your mother. You're the one who said I'm not your daughter. I don't know this bitch either.
I'm divorcing you. My lawyer will contact you regarding alimony and property division.
Oh, I see. You're divorcing me and there's still property division? Then well...
I gave all my savings to Rita, so I don't have any. Even if I had to pay taxes on it, it's better than giving it to you.
That's too selfish.
If you don't agree, we can go to court.
That's not good enough for me, so I'm not going to get a divorce then.
Then we'll go to court.
Either way...
Don't contact me directly anymore. Not me, not Rita.
Wait a minute! It's hard being all alone.
Maureen, out of some kind of pride, wanted to avoid going to court. She agreed to pay $20,000 in alimony, filled out the divorce papers, and left the house. Then she tried to ask for help from Baldwin, but it seems that he was forced to flee. Well, it seems that the bald man was arrested shortly after. Maureen borrowed the alimony money from her parents and paid it in one lump sum. She is now living in a shabby apartment and working part-time to pay it back, though. As soon as that is over, her parents are going to cut her off from her family. She has a poor and lonely old age ahead of her. It's a world of difference from the Hawaiian celebrity life she dreamed of. I'm sure that will be the best sanction of all. I took the opportunity to sell my house, apply for a transfer, and move closer to my daughter's boarding house. I may be a little overprotective, but I will do my best to protect her until someone comes along who will make her happy.
Good evening. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Annie, is this a good time?
Good evening, Jim. I'm just finishing up with some chores. It's all right. How are you doing?
Tomorrow you and Stuart will be at home, right?
Yes. Stuart, who works in another city, is coming here for a meeting at the head office, so he will be home from tomorrow until Saturday or Sunday. Since it's so important, I'm taking a day off tomorrow too, so we'll both be home all day tomorrow.
If you don't mind, I was thinking of showing up too, if that's okay.
No problem, but are you coming alone?
Yes, I am. You see, as you know, Annie, Stuart hates his mother's meddling terribly. He's resolved to never tell her about this visit. If she finds out, she'll definitely go to see him. She's so nosy.
Yes, that's what I've been told too.
So that's why I'm bringing it up. I'm going to go out in the morning and say, I'm going to see a local friend of mine who's in the area. Actually, I'm not lying, because I'm really going to meet my friend. I'm going to visit my friend, and then I'm going to see you both for the first time in a long time. Is that okay?
I see. No problem. Well then, I'll let Stuart know the plan.
Thank you. So tomorrow, after I meet my friend, around 1 p.m., I'll come to your place. Is that all right?
Yes, I'll be waiting for you.
Annie, I'll need you to do some housework over here tomorrow. Take the day off from work to come. Can you reply?
What?
Don't say what. Say yes. That's the only acceptable response. Also, when you come here, come by car, not public transit. I'm going to the supermarket, and I'll have lots of heavy groceries.
I can't tomorrow. I have important things to do.
Huh? Some errand? Are you saying there is something more important than helping your mother-in-law? I just told you the only acceptable response is yes.
I'm afraid I can't, even though normally I would. The timing doesn't work for me. Tomorrow's errand is really important to me, and it's my #1 priority. I'm sorry, but I can't help you, Susan. If you could ask me on a different day, we can set something up. But if you ask me out of the blue...
It's just a little housework and some shopping.
You're not close enough to go there and come back quickly, so it's difficult.
Hey, what is it you're doing if an hour and a half out of your day is a hassle? You must be so disorganized or lazy. You really have a hopeless personality, don't you? You are so useless.
No matter what you say, there will be no change of plans. Bye now.
Hello, Annie.
Hello, Jim.
I've called Stuart, but I think I'll be arriving there in about 20 minutes.
Yes, take your time. I'll be waiting for you.
Hey, idiot! What time are you coming over here? I've been waiting until now. I still have all the cleaning and shopping to do. You're the daughter-in-law. You're the one who's supposed to be doing all the housework, and you're the one who left it all undone. So get your ass over here. Come here in half an hour. You'll have to prepare dinner, too. This is your punishment for talking to me like a smartass. I'll let you off with this much, so be grateful and come and do it. Don't be lazy. Come quickly.
Oh my God, Susan. I told you I was busy and you ignored me.
I told you that my needs as mother-in-law should come first.
Not in this situation. You should at least do the housework in your own home yourself.
Oh, you're such a moron. You idiot wife. If you can't listen to me, you have no value. Now, divorce my son and get the hell out of my life.
Susan, you might want to stop being so abusive to me.
Huh? That's a terrible accusation to call me abusive. I'm just trying to discipline my moronic daughter-in-law who doesn't listen to me.
Your husband Jim is very angry.
What? Susan, that's enough. What? You? What are you suddenly talking about? Don't play dumb with me. I'm at Stuart and Annie's house. What? Stuart came home over the weekend for work. I came to see him on the way to see my friend. Stuart is home? This is the first I've heard of it. I didn't let you know. I didn't tell you. If you'd had told me, I would have gone with you today. Then I could have disciplined Annie in person. Why didn't you tell me? Stuart asked me to keep it quiet, so I didn't tell you. Stuart did? Why? He's not the kind of boy who would cut his mother out of his life, is he? You're still unaware, huh? Unaware of what? That Stuart is annoyed by you. What? Being annoyed by me? That can't be true. I've loved him so much ever since he was born. How can a mother's love for her child be so deep and he can't feel that? You should realize that your mother's love is actually your own self-indulgence. Stuart is fed up with all your interfering, even after he's grown up. How can you say that? You're the one who should have done something as Stuart's father. What about you? I don't know how much I can call it fatherly, but I'm proud to say that I'm what Stuart needs as a parent when the time comes. Huh? What are you talking about? What makes you think he feels that way? Let me give you 2 examples. The first one, I've been introduced to a classmate who says he is Stuart's best friend. What? Best friend? You know Curtis, don't you? What? Curtis? The boy I told him not to hang out with because he grew up in an orphanage? You mean Stuart was friends with that boy, ignoring what I told him? That's right. Oh my God, orphans are nothing but losers when they grow up. Curtis is now the president of a company with an annual sales of $1.5 billion. What? He studied with the best university overseas while earning his own tuition, graduated, and started his own business. When I met Curtis, Stuart said, he's going to be a big shot someday. Unlike you, he had a good eye for people. That parentless man is the president of a company with an annual sales of $1.5 billion? You're kidding, right? How is that possible? Let's go to the second one. Annie, who became Stuart's wife. Stuart introduced her as the girl he's thinking of marrying 2 years before he came to tell us he was marrying her. What? I didn't know anything about that. He said he wouldn't introduce her to us until the last minute because he knew his mother would object for no reason if she knew. So then, that's why he rejected my idea for who he should propose to. Because he was already dating Annie. Who in the world was this matchmaking with? You know her. It was Amelia. Huh? You mean that Amelia? Yes. She and I worked at the same part-time job and we got to know each other very well. She's charming, beautiful, and the daughter of a CEO. She's a much better match for Stuart than Annie, who's from a mere working-class family. And Annie is an idiot wife who can't even listen to me. If this was going to happen, I should have forced him to marry Amelia back then. That Amelia, though. She's a single mother now with 3 children whose fathers are unknown. Huh? She's divorced and her parents have disowned her. Huh? She's that kind of woman. She's the daughter of a CEO. Everyone in her hometown knows about it. Your prejudice, which only looks at the surface, is so obvious. No, but I didn't mean it that way. Once again, I'm glad Stuart has a good eye for people. If he had followed your advice to choose someone, he might have had to go through an unnecessary life of hardship. I'm also glad he didn't inherit an insane personality like yours. I'm glad he grew up to be a decent human being, even with you as his role model. I don't mean to be. I'm getting off track here. I didn't realize you were also so verbally abusive. I was just trying to keep her in line. I think that idiot wife and other such abusive words are unacceptable. Stuart is nodding his head in agreement. Even Stuart? It's terrible. You're all excluding me, treating me like some villain. Don't you feel sorry for me? I'm leaving now. Let's talk about our future. Our future? 10 years ago, I gave up and accepted your personality. But this time, there are too many things I can't overlook. I'm not going to change my mind about this. What? Annie, where the hell did you go? Answer me. Yes, what is it? You, where on earth have you run off to? I came to check the house, but it's deserted. Oh, you're home after all. You were right to take your husband's advice and move out first. Huh? My husband's advice? Well, I suppose he's not your husband anymore. The divorce papers were officially accepted, weren't they? Shut up! It's his fault for not understanding my feelings for my child. But I'm sure Stuart will understand. Even though Jim told you so much, you still don't understand. What? Annie, you only spent 3 or 4 years with Stuart. You can't understand the depth of the bond between a mother and her son who spent almost 30 years together. Stuart is being deceived by you people. He would never cut me out of his life. Stuart decided we should move out to get away from you. What? To be precise, he decided to take me with him to the city he works in. He took you to live in the city? I decided to go with him because I can work remotely. Well, then, I'll come with you. There's no point in coming. We've already changed the address over here. What? Why didn't you inform me? I'm afraid you might barge in on us, so we've moved. You're trying to separate Stuart and me. No, I'm just following what Stuart decided. I don't believe you. Give me back my little Stuart. Uh-huh. If that's how it is, that's fine with me. As long as you can't understand Stuart's feelings, you might as well think you'll never see him again. Huh? I have nothing more to say. Bye now. Hey, Annie! What did you mean by that? Tell me! Annie! Confidence
in her absolute love, no one's advice seemed to reach Susan's heart. Stuart has always been troubled by over-interference by his mother. He often consulted his father, his best friend, and me, his wife, about every problem, trying not to lose his common sense. On the day his parents' divorce was finalized, he said, "It's finally over." My father-in-law, Jim, said, "I'm sorry it took so long." After he said that, they both felt relieved. I also felt relieved thinking about everything they had lived through. So, my mother-in-law was cut off from both her husband and her son. But then she fell in love with a young man who looked like her son. She spent all the money she had on him, and before she knew it, she was deep in debt. I'm afraid of what happens to people who can't stop themselves, but I have no intention of helping her at all.
Hey sis, how are you? It's your sister. Long time no talk. It's been 5 years?
What? Kim? What do you want?
Why are you so cold? Well, actually, I'm getting married soon.
Oh, really? Congrats to you. Bye.
Hey, you are too cold. Your cute little sister is getting married. You should sound more happy.
No, I don't have a cute little sister. I mean, I cut you off 5 years ago, right? I don't give a shit about a stranger's wedding.
What? Oh my gosh! I know that you're jealous of your beautiful sister because you are ugly. But you shouldn't be running away from reality.
What do you mean by beautiful? I'm talking about your personality.
What? I feel like you just said something that doesn't make any sense. You have an ugly face and personality. Aren't you ashamed of saying that? I'll just let it pass because you're just an ugly backstabbing bitch and I feel sorry for you. I can't even have a normal conversation with you.
So? You still have something to say?
Yes, I do. Here's the main topic. Who do you think I'm going to marry?
I'm not interested.
Hey, I'm not looking for an answer like that.
Because I'm not interested. Can we end this now?
No. You will regret it if you don't guess. It's definitely a big deal to you.
Big deal? When I was at my parents' house, every day was a disaster because of my parents who only care about you. But since I got rid of you guys, every day has been great. Now, it's a bigger deal that you're contacting me and messing with me. It's causing me a lot of stress. Can I go now?
I told you, you have to listen to me. Jesus, why can't you just listen to me?
I'm just messing with you the way you are doing it to me.
I really don't like that about you. Well, I'll just say it. I'm marrying your fiancé.
What? My fiancé? What are you talking about?
You're surprised, aren't you? Too bad I can't see your despairing, ugly face in person. So, your fiancé would choose to marry a beautiful sister than an ugly woman like you. Isn't that frustrating? You are the biggest loser now. You have an ugly face and personality that can be helped. And on the top of that, she's a loser. Aw, I feel so sorry for you.
My fiancé? Who?
Who?
I don't have a fiancé. You must have misunderstood something.
Huh? That's the word that came out of your frustration? Wow, so pathetic.
I don't care if it's pathetic or not. I'm only telling you the truth.
You work hard in your own ugly way, and you finally managed to get a good-looking, high-standard fiancé. And then, I, a beautiful woman, took him away from you. And you must be really frustrated. Aw, you're so miserable. I can't even look at you. If you can't stand to watch, then I guess this conversation is over. Hey! Bye. Hey, sis! Why did you reply to my wedding invitation with a no-show? I didn't know your current address, so I went to the trouble of sending you an email. I went to the trouble of inviting you. I can't believe you wasting my goodwill. I'm not going to the wedding of a sister I've cut off. I don't even want to meet my parents. Even without that, when I look at the day, I couldn't make it. So I'm going to miss it anyway. What? Do you mean you have other plans? That's what I mean. What's that? You must have a boring plan. You should prioritize my wedding. I mean, there's nothing more important than my wedding. Yes, there is. For me, everything is more important than your wedding. Oh, okay. You got scared when you saw the groom's name on the invitation email, didn't you? Oh, you mean Kurt? Well, it was a name I knew. Right? You're still in shock, aren't you? No, there's no reason for me to be shocked. Kim, I think you're probably mistaken. Okay. You're trying to console yourself by pretending I'm mistaken, aren't you? You're so good at escaping reality. That's not what I meant. Based on what you said the other day, you think that Kurt used to be my fiancé, right? That's right. I told you, I stole him away. What? What do you mean by stealing him? Well, if Kurt was just a good-looking guy with a low salary, I had no intention of marrying him, even if I took him away from you. But he's a very successful investor and makes a lot of money. I guess this is what you call don't judge the book by its cover. I can't believe that such a good-looking and rich man really exists. He's too good for you, isn't he? What? Kurt? Wait, you didn't know that? Yeah, I've never heard anything about that. I see. I guess he didn't trust you enough to tell you because you are too ugly and clingy. I've never heard that people base their trust on appearance, and ugly people are clingy? That's what my mom said. That's why you are clingy. I mean, it's not just for your face, but your personality too. You and Kurt live in a different world, you know? What kind of magic did you use to get him? I told you, he wasn't my fiancé before. Huh? What are you talking about now? Sis, stop lying already. Every time you tell one more lie, you only make yourself more miserable. You're already ugly and miserable looking, and now you're making yourself even more miserable by lying. I'm ashamed to be your sister, so stop it. I will say it again. I'm only telling the truth. If you don't believe me, that's your choice. Anyway, I'm not going to the wedding. Oh no! I wanted to see my sister's ugly face when she cries and regrets. I'm sure our parents would have loved to see miserable older sister who lost her fiancé to her younger sister. It's really a good thing I cut everyone off. I wouldn't have any reason to cry or feel sorry for myself if I had gone. Anyway, it's a big day for me too. I will put myself first. Sis! I know you're frustrated because you lost your fiancé. That's why you don't want to come to my wedding. Aw, you poor thing. Go ahead and say whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you think of me. It doesn't hurt me. It just makes me uncomfortable. So, don't contact me anymore. What? For real? You are so boring. Sis, today's my wedding. How does it feel to be the ugly sister who was used as a stepping stone by her beautiful sister? I told you not to contact me. Well, I didn't think you'd listen to me. You've been saying whatever you wanted to say at the beginning. No one's stepping on me, okay? What? Are you still talking like that? I'm busy getting ready too. I will listen to you bragging about your wedding later. So, can you give me a break now? No way. I'm going to broadcast it live, so you have to enjoy it. I'm going to show my miserable sister how happy I am at my wedding and make her regret it. I can't even check your messages from time to time. I don't even regret anything about it. I think it will be a more meaningful time for you to concentrate on the wedding and soak in your own happiness. Of course, I'm going to enjoy the wedding and be happy. After all, the guy I'm marrying is a crazy earning Kurt. Just thinking about the luxury life I'm going to have from now on makes me so happy. The hidden taste of such happiness is my sister's miserable future. I really can't have a decent conversation with you. My boyfriend calling me. I'm going now. What? Boyfriend? What are you talking about? Oh, I made a mistake. I know you can have a boyfriend. Can you? You're too miserable to create a fantasy boyfriend because you're too miserable. We already registered, so he's not my boyfriend. He's my husband. I'm leaving the hotel now and heading to the wedding venue. What? Wedding venue? I'm getting married in Paris today. I'm busy, so I don't have time to talk to you about your wedding. What? What? Paris? Well, goodbye. Wait a minute. What the hell? Sis! Hey, what's going on? Give me back my Kurt. Huh? What are you talking about? Kurt said he couldn't marry me and left the ceremony. He wanted to be with you, didn't he? It's strange that this happened right before the ceremony. You set this up, didn't you? It's terrible that you tricked me. Are you saying that Kurt is coming to Paris with me? Isn't that right? You said earlier that you are also getting married. If that's the case, it means that Kurt is the groom. No, calm down and think about it. Kurt was at the wedding just now, in front of you, right? Do you know how far is Paris? And there's no way he can come so soon. Then that means he is on the way to Paris now. You tricked me into getting married to Kurt. I won't forgive you. Give me back Kurt. You know what? I'm getting married to a guy named Elliot. What? Elliot? He's a French guy I met on my overseas assignment, and he's never been to the USA, so I'm pretty sure you never met him. French? Overseas assignment? I work for a foreign company and I've been on an overseas assignment for 1.5 years. Elliot is someone I started dating about 2 months after I went there. Oh, so Kurt is? That guy is my ex-boyfriend I broke up with 2 years ago. Huh? Ex-boyfriend? But we broke up after 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Why so short? He was your fiancé, right? As soon as he found out I was making a reasonable money, he quit his job and moved into my apartment. I didn't want to be his sugar mommy, so I quickly moved out and broke up with him. I'm really wondering why you assumed that someone like that was my fiancé. Why? Well, because Kurt mentioned your name and asked if you were my sister, and we exchanged contacts. He was good looking, so I tried to steal him away from you. And I heard that he was a successful investor and had a lot of money. I lied about being pregnant, and he proposed to me. But today, one of the guests told him that I lied about my pregnancy. So he said he couldn't get married. And he left the wedding venue. Yes. My mom and dad scolded me a lot for lying. Oh, even our parent, who loves you so much, got angry at you for this? If they scolded you a little earlier, you wouldn't have grown out to be such a spoiled brat. Sis, don't you feel sorry for me? Huh? They told me to take care of everything by myself and that they'll never help me. Poor me, being abandoned by mom and dad all of a sudden, right? That's what you deserve, isn't it? But then again, maybe it's a good thing you've never got married. Huh? He probably doesn't have any money. What? I just told you that. He's the kind of guy who took advantage of me when we started dating and tried to turn me into a sugar mommy. It's hard to believe that that lazy, self-indulgent guy is going to be able to make a steady income in just 2 years. But I heard that he was very successful in his investments. Who told you that? Your old classmates was at a cafe and I overheard them talking about it. Your fiancé is a very successful investor and rich. Hold on. So the fiancé that they were talking about is... Oh, I think that might be my husband, Elliot. When I went back to the USA 6 months ago, we had a reunion. I told my friends about Elliot, who was still my fiancé at the time. I guess that's how you heard about it. You didn't check the fact and assume it was about Kurt. No way! That's why Kurt has no money. No way! I will be in big trouble. What? Why? We haven't paid for the wedding yet. I was expecting that Kurt would pay for it. But I haven't prepared any money. We were allowed to pay later, so... Oh, I'm sure there are wedding venues like that. Hey, what should I do? I can't contact Kurt at all. I can't do the wedding. They said I have to pay the $100,000 cancellation fee because I lied about the pregnancy. Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen. I don't have that kind of money. $100,000. Hey, sis, what should I do? You will help your poor sister, right? You are on your own. Why? Because I have nothing to do with it. Your cute little sister is in big trouble. I told you, I don't have a cute little sister. I mean, I moved out of my parents' house a long time ago, and I'm not related to you guys. Even though we're cut off, we're still blood related. You wouldn't abandon your own sister, would you? No. The real problem is that I'm leaving abroad. What do you want me to do? Please come back. Pay for the wedding. No way. What? That's your punishment for trying to marry someone by lying about your pregnancy. You are on your own. Bye. Wait, sis! I don't want to borrow money. I don't want to work. My dream luxury life. According to my cousin who was at the wedding, Kurt really didn't want to marry my sister. Even though he said he didn't have the money for the wedding, my sister forced him to do it and he was prepared to go into debt. As soon as he found out that the pregnancy was a lie, he immediately said he didn't want to marry Kim, and he left the ceremony with no conscience. Also, it was a classmate of my sister's who was at the wedding who told the truth about Kim's pregnancy. She was also a friend of mine, and we had kept in touch before the wedding. When we talked, she noticed something strange. And when she looked into it, she found out that she was lying about her pregnancy. She is also tired of Kim's personality and she secretly reveals Kim's lie to Kurt. I guess I indirectly ruined my sister's wedding. Well, it was clear that my sister was to blame. Not to mention the cancellation fee for the ceremony, she was also asked for alimony. My parents, who love my sister so much, disowned her in the end. Now, she spends her days in a shabby apartment, working 2 jobs at once, and complaining to her few friends about her dream of becoming a rich man's wife. Later on, all of my sister's friends just left her. Poor thing, isn't it?
Harmony, when are you coming back? You're already 8 months pregnant. We're all ready for you. I want you to come back home soon. Thanks, Mom. I'll be home this weekend. But are you sure you want me to go home? Isn't it too much trouble? Huh? What are you talking about? This is your house too, you know. Yes, but your house isn't very big. It doesn't have many rooms. I'm thinking of going back to my husband's parents' house. No, you can't. If you go back to your parents-in-law's house, it'll be too stressful. No, not really. I've already made room for you and the baby. Feel free to come home. Okay. By the way, how is Bella? Oh, she's just fine. It's just... What? I don't know why you two are so different, even though you're sisters. What do you mean? No, nothing. Anyway, I'll be waiting for you to come home. Thank you. I'm so grateful to you. What? You know, we are mother and daughter, but we're not really blood related. But you raised Bella and me as if we were your own daughters. Unfortunately, Dad passed away a few years ago, but you let us stay there. And when it came time for me to have a baby, you let me come back home. I married your father and suddenly became the mother of 2 daughters. To be honest, it was hard at first. But you're such a talented and beautiful girl, and I'm so proud of you. I'm sure your newborn baby will be smart and cute, just like you. Don't put so much pressure on me. Well, I'll see you this weekend. I'll have my husband drop me off after work, so I might not get there until late at night. Okay, I'll be looking forward to it. Bella, you lazy girl. You haven't finished cleaning the house. The laundry hasn't been taken in. Where are you wandering around at this hour? Come home and finish your chores. No, I'm not wandering around. I'm working. What do you mean? Work? Don't lie to me. I explained all of this to you before. It's busy at the office around this time of year. I'm going to be coming home late for a while. Is that right? But I need you to clean the house. Harmony's coming home this weekend. Oh, that's right. She's going to have the baby soon, isn't she? But you don't have to be in such a rush. I'll have it all cleaned up by the time she comes home. Leave work and come home right now. Huh? You're always saying work, work, work and leaving the house all the time. You don't make much money, but you're so arrogant. If you have time to waste working overtime, I wish you'd come home and finish the housework. Not being at home? But there isn't any place for me to be there. What? What are you talking about? You have your own room. Well, it's mine, but... You know, you're in no position to complain to me. You and I are not blood related. I brought you up this far. I appreciate that, but when I remarried your father, I was thinking of keeping Harmony and putting you up for adoption. But you sisters seem to be so close, and I felt bad about separating you. So I had no choice but to raise you as well. In a nutshell, you're not the one who's supposed to be here. You should be aware of that. If that's the case, then I can leave right away. No, you can't. Why is that? If you leave, there will be no one to take care of Harmony while she's pregnant.
What are you saying? You want me to stay home or you want me to leave?
Well, to be honest, it's a pain in the neck, but I'll let you stay. You're a failure who's been living at home all your life. There's no way you'll be able to survive out there. Unlike Harmony, you're too ugly to ever get married. All you have to do is shut up, listen to me, and take care of Harmony.
Yes, okay, I understand. Mom, actually, we just left. My husband got home later than expected. I'm sorry, but we're going to be late. It's almost a 2-hour drive from here. We'll probably get there around 10 o'clock tonight.
That's okay. I'll probably go to bed first. You have a duplicate key to my place, so you can get in, right?
Yeah.
Bella will still be up. You can have her help you carry your stuff.
Okay. Bella, I just arrived at the house. Oh, sis, welcome home. Welcome home? Where are you? I can't find you in the house. I'm in the backyard. Backyard? Mother told me to stay up and wait for you until you got home. I've been so busy at work lately, I'm exhausted. I fell asleep. I'm sorry, I didn't notice you guys came home. What do you mean, fell asleep? Where did you sleep? In the dog kennel. Huh? Don't you remember? When we were kids, Dad had a big dog. Well, that was over 20 years ago. The kennel we used then? It's my room now. No, you're kidding. I'm not kidding. I sleep in the dog kennel every night. Wait a minute. Why do you sleep in the dog kennel every night? Are you crazy? Well, normally, people don't live in kennels, but Mom wants me to live here. Mom? Yeah, because the house is too small. She said I'm in the way. It may be small, but it's just her and you living there right now. That's right. I think it's big enough for just 2 adults, but Mother doesn't like me living under the same roof. What the hell is that? When I was at home, we all got along as a family. Since when do you have to live in the dog kennel? Since you got married and moved out. Mom was always nice to me in front of you. But the truth is, she always hated me. Is that true? I didn't know. But don't worry. Even though it's a dog kennel, it's made for big dogs, so it has enough living space. Mom doesn't realize it, but the inside has been well DIY'd, and it's a fairly comfortable space. Well, it's a little hard in the summer. I have an air conditioner. It's more than 20 years old, and it doesn't get very cool. I wish I could get a contractor to come over when Mom isn't around. No. There's no way you can be living in the dog kennel. Bella, Mom's been treating you badly all this time. I'm so sorry I didn't see it. Sis? I want to hear more about it. I'm going over there now.
Harmony, you came home last night while I was sleeping.
Good morning, Mother. Bella helped me with my luggage.
Oh, I see. But where are you now?
I'm out running some errands.
Did you eat breakfast?
Bella made it.
That's good.
Mother, Bella told me. Bella does almost all the housework.
That's right. I let that worthless girl live here. She should at least do the housework.
By saying you let her live there, you mean she lives in the dog kennel, right?
Yes. If you ask me, I think it's pretty kind of me. I'm giving that worthless girl who even isn't really my daughter her own private room.
Are you serious?
What? Did I say something strange?
Even though you won't let her sleep in the house, Bella is in charge of cleaning, laundry, and cooking meals every day, right?
That's right. and she's going to take care of you. She'll take care of everything. You can relax when you are here and have a healthy baby. Of course, you can stay after the baby is born. You know what? Bella and I are sisters. Isn't it strange that you treat us so differently? I don't think so. You're so talented and Bella's such a failure. I think it's only natural to make a distinction. You say she's a failure? Bella graduated from university and got a job. But unlike you, who works for a famous company, Bella works for a small local company. Lately, she's been working late, saying she's busy with work. She doesn't make that much money. I wish she'd stop appealing to the fact that she's working so hard when she doesn't even make anything. Bella is really working hard. I wonder about that. When I married your father, I should have left Bella at a relative's house. Just looking at her face really irritates me. Unlike you, she's never been good at studying or sports. She's not good at anything. And she's ugly on top of it all. I bet she plans to stay single and stay at home for the rest of her life. That's a terrible thing to say about your own daughter. I don't consider her my real daughter. I think you're gonna regret this someday. What? I'll be home by the evening. Bella, is this a good time? Yeah, it's fine. I'm on my lunch break. Wow, working on Saturday. I'm usually off, but it's really busy right now. Bella, are you sure you want to continue with your life as it is now? Huh? I was just texting with Mom. She seems to be treating you like the handyman. I'm used to it. Don't worry about it. It's not good. You need to care about yourself more. Besides, you recently got a promotion and a higher salary, didn't you? Yes, I did. I haven't told Mom about it. It's a good thing you didn't. She thinks you don't make much now. She's just being a jerk about it and, well, it's bad enough as it is. There are people around here that know you, and you never know where she might find out. If she finds out you're making money, she'll definitely try to get it. Oh my goodness, I don't like that. Right? Do you now see that you can't just take this lying down? Yeah. I'm so used to sleeping in a dog kennel and having to do all the housework, I've become used to it. I'm going to seriously think about what I need to do. Try to figure it out by the time I have the baby. I'll do anything to help you out. Okay, I get it. Thanks, sis. Sis, congratulations on giving birth to your baby. Thank you, Bella. Labor took quite a while. Yes, it did. I didn't realize how hard it would be to have one child. I hear it's a healthy girl. Yes, that's right. She looks more like him than me. Mom looked a little disappointed when she came to visit me. I'm sure she'll be cute no matter who she looks like. So, about the other thing? Did you come to a decision? I'm leaving with you. Understood. Okay, I'm going to plan what we're going to do from here. I'll call you later. Okay. Hi, Mom. Harmony is leaving the hospital this Friday. I just stopped by the hospital and she told me to tell you. Oh, okay. Then I'll pick her up. I'm so excited. Soon we'll have a cute little grandchild in the house, huh? Oh, and just so you know, her husband's parents will be there the day before, on Thursday. So they don't want you to come to the hospital. Why? They only allow one visit per day, so as not to disturb the other patients in the room. So just stay away for Harmony's sake. Well then, I guess it just can't be helped. I really wanted to see my granddaughter every day. Since we'll be living together anyway, I can put up with it for one day. Well then, you go home and get dinner ready. And take care of the cleaning too. You're going to welcome a newborn baby, so make sure it's spotless. Yes, okay, I know. Hey, Bella, answer the phone. What's wrong? I'm busy. Harmony and my granddaughter are not here. And? I just came to pick them up at the hospital, and they told me that she left yesterday. I tried to call Harmony, but she's not answering. Hey, what's going on? I'm sure you told me that she would be discharged today, on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Her discharge day? Actually, it was yesterday.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I lied.
Just 1 minute. Why did you lie to me like that? I mean, where did Harmony and my granddaughter go?
They went home.
Huh? Why? She was supposed to stay with us for 2 months after the birth. I was going to take care of my grandchild. I've only been able to hold her once.
She doesn't want to raise her precious child with you around. That's what she said.
What do you mean?
She found out I sleep in the dog kennel. She was furious. She told her husband. He said I should get away from such an insane mother.
Oh no!
She told me that I shouldn't continue like this. I thought about it and made the decision. I have escaped you.
What? Did you just say escaped? Don't you have work today?
I took a paid holiday today. While you were on your way to the hospital, I took all the stuff out of the dog kennel.
Wait a minute. I'm not going to allow you to just leave. Bella! Harmony, please pick up the phone.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, thank goodness you didn't block me. What have you two sisters done to me? Lying to me and running away from home? Now come back with my granddaughter.
I'm sure Bella told you. I've decided to stay home after the birth.
What are you talking about? You still need to rest. If you go back home, you'll have to take care of the house by yourself. You'll never be able to take care of the baby.
Don't worry. I can do the housework and take care of the baby. My husband, father-in-law, and mother-in-law will help me.
But, hey, Harmony, I was looking forward to taking care of you and the grandchild. But to disappear without telling me is just too much.
Bella was the one who was going to take care of me, not you, right?
What?
Bella has a full-time job. On top of that, she has to do all the housework at home. I don't want to add to her burden.
And now Bella is gone too.
Well, we ran away together.
I'll never forgive Bella. You're married with kids, but Bella is obligated to take care of me.
Bella has provided for you enough.
Huh?
After I got married and left, Bella paid the utilities and rent for your house.
What? Utilities? Rent?
You didn't know? Who do you think was paying them?
The utilities and the rent, I had them automatically deducted from my account, so I had no idea who was paying them.
I'm stunned. By the way, the money for food also came out of Bella's pocket when she went shopping. Well, that means she was paying almost all of the food expenses.
What? No way!
So it's like you have no concept of what necessary living expenses are.
But that worthless little girl doesn't make any money. There's no way she could pay both rent and living expenses.
Bella doesn't have a low salary.
What?
Now that she's safely away from you, I'll tell you. Bella got a promotion and is now a section chief.
A section chief? She's in her 20s.
She's better than you think. She's very talented and many people depend on her.
I didn't know. She became a section chief and she is very busy at work. On top of that, she's been taking care of the house and taking care of you. And then you made her sleep in the dog kennel. I thought she was a failure. Let's say she wasn't that great, but kicking your own daughter out of the house and making her live in a dog kennel? It's not a human thing to do. Ugh. Harmony, where is Bella now? Why do you want to know? I need her to come back. Then I won't tell you. Oh no, I'll apologize to Bella. You treated her so badly, it's too late to apologize now. From now on, Bella will live her own life. Forget about us and take care of yourself. What? Who's us? Don't tell me you're abandoning me too. Hey, don't leave me alone. My stepmother has taken good care of me since I was a child. I had no idea that my sister was the only one who had been mistreated that way. My sister had a gentle nature. She seemed to have listened to her stepmother's words in good spirits, no matter how badly she was treated. But she seemed to have made up her mind to leave her parents' house after my return home. I am very happy for her. She's now living in an apartment far away from her parents' house and is working hard at her job. I hope that my sister will be happy for the long term. I want her to be happy for sure. On the other hand, my mother, who was left at home, was unable to pay the rent after my sister left. She returned to her hometown in tears. She's now managing to make a living by working part-time at a factory, introduced to her by a relative. My mother, who has lived her whole life thinking only of being supported, seems to be completely incapable of working. Rumor has it that she's yelled at every day by an employee young enough to be her daughter. Although I intend to take care of my mother sooner or later, I would like her to work hard at the factory for a while longer and fix her mean-spirited personality.
I'm not coming home tonight. You don't need to prepare dinner for me. Just so you know.
What? Hold on. What's going on? You got something urgent?
Yeah, it's work.
Work? Seriously? Your work doesn't require a night shift, does it?
Things changed recently. You don't even know much about my job, so don't start complaining. Don't say stuff that'll just irritate your hardworking hubby.
I'm just asking. Why do you always have to be so defiant?
Because you unnecessarily butt in. Wives should just say yes to what their husbands say.
It's normal to ask about my husband's plan, don't you think? Why are you in such a bad mood?
Just shut up. I'm telling you I've got work tonight. I'll be taking a short nap and working throughout tomorrow until the normal time. There might even be overtime, so don't expect me home until late.
All right.
I probably won't check my phone until tomorrow night, so don't hassle me if I don't respond. You should just focus on household stuff and not meddle in my work.
Got it. Good luck with your job then.
That's all you need to say.
Hi, Leslie. Do you have time now? Hi, John. Yeah, I'm free. So, there's something a bit difficult to talk about. Is Sam nearby? No, he mentioned he's working tonight. He won't be back until tomorrow night. Do you need something from him? No, I need to talk to you. He has always been bad at lying, you know. Huh? You've noticed it too, right? That whole night shift thing is a lie. It's just an excuse for staying out overnight. Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
I know his job doesn't require night shifts. I guess he can't use the business trip excuse due to his profession. But still, couldn't he come up with a more believable lie? I wonder if he really thinks he can cover it up. Joanne, do you happen to know something? Indeed. You'll be shocked, but do you want to hear it? Please, go ahead. Okay. I feel terrible as his mother. He's cheating on you. I see. I had a feeling. I thought so. I mean, someone as sharp as you couldn't have missed it, right? Honestly, I was contemplating whether to keep quiet or... I really appreciate you telling me, even though it's difficult. I'm really sorry. Actually, I have some photos that could serve as evidence. Evidence photos. If it's just that, I could send them here, but I'd rather discuss the future with you directly. Can I come over now? I can come to your place then. I'm actually out right now, but I'm on my way back. It'll be quicker if I came to you. Got it. Drive safe. Honey, it's urgent. A serious situation here. It's your mom. She's being in a car accident and they've rushed her to the hospital. I only see one tick, but have you turned off your phone? As soon as you see this, call me. I'll keep my phone on at all times. I've already called your office. The security guard said everyone had left. I don't know where you are right now, but your mom's well-being is a top priority. Yeah, what's going on? I turned on my phone and it's blowing up with notifications. I'm beat after my night shift, so don't bother me. Honey, your mom had an accident. What? She got into a car accident and was taken to the hospital. Oh my God. Have a look at the message I sent last night. Oh, sure. You called my office? Your company doesn't allow you to use your phone during work hours, you know. If you're on a night shift, I thought it was better to contact you through the office. Was that a problem? Well, what's done is done, I guess. Yeah, I'm seeing someone else. I'm currently on a trip with my beloved girlfriend. What? What the heck are you talking about? Explain! Her name is Angie, and she's my first crush from when I was in middle school. I happened to bump into her on the street about 6 months ago and struck up a conversation. It turned out that she had a crush on me too. One thing led to another, and we started a full-blown relationship. I so want to discuss all of this right now, but your mom's the priority at the moment. Come back immediately. Do you really think I'd fall for that? Huh? Mom got into an accident. Yeah, right. If you're gonna lie, at least come up with a better one. Trying to get my attention with such an obvious lie, that's so lame. Lie? I wouldn't make up such an awful lie, you know. She really had an accident. I'm not falling for it. No way. Seriously, you're awful. Mom raised me all by herself, you know. Using her as material to get my attention, that's just too heartless. What are you talking about? Don't you have some missed calls from the police or the hospital on your phone too? Oh, I think I had some missed calls. But you know, I hate having unknown numbers in my call history. I deleted them right away. I have no idea where the calls came from. You're probably behind all this, right? Trying to get me back that badly? Too bad, I'm in love with Angie. I don't need a nagging and heartless woman like you anymore. God damn it! It's true that your mom had an accident, and she's in the hospital right now. You're going a bit too far with this. This is getting interesting, so I'm extending my trip with Angie for another day and have a good time. Jesus! Yep, I'm turning off my phone again. What? You're kidding, right? Good morning. Hey, Leslie. I'm gonna grab some breakfast before heading to work, so I'll swing by the house first. What do you want now? I'm not at home, you know. Huh. Why aren't you waiting for your husband's return? I'm at the hospital right now. Huh? Are you still going with this from yesterday? Going with it or not, I've been telling the truth. Seriously? You're surprisingly persistent. So, how about telling me which hospital she was transferred to? I'll introduce Angie to her while I'm there. I doubt you can, considering it was all your lie. She knew about your affair. Huh? She said she felt so disappointed. She raised you all by herself, working tirelessly. She was wondering what all that was for. She seemed to be quite down. So, yeah, stop it now. Jeez, you still don't believe it, huh? Obviously. Did you also delete the calls from last night? Do you have no idea where they were from? Oh yeah, there were like 3. I deleted them, of course. They were from your CEO. Huh? The CEO? Why the heck is he calling me? Why indeed? Try to figure it out yourself. You must know, right? Well... Your girlfriend, Angie. Isn't she the daughter? I remember hearing the name at last year's barbecue hosted by your company. Plus, when your mom showed me the evidence photo, I thought, wait a minute. So I managed to get in touch with him somehow. That's how I found out her true identity. Hold on. Speaking of, I just got a message from him. From the CEO? You lied to Angie that you were single, right? She's apparently crying and furious. He's livid too. It's just that... According to him, there were statements strongly suggesting that you were single when he checked her phone. Well... Oh, wait. So, is the story about my mom getting into an accident true? Yeah, it's the real deal. Seriously? Where's the hospital? I'm coming right now. If it's true, why didn't you say so sooner? I did from the start. She was crying at the end. Huh? The end? You mean... As a mother, she was sad, regretful, and reflective about raising you like this. And those were her last tears as a mother to you, now that you've become an adult. What? Like father, like son, making the same mistake as your dad. She said she didn't want to see you anymore because it's too painful. What? I don't get it. Is she still alive? She's injured, but her life isn't in danger. But... What? Spit it out! I'll tell you, since there's no point in beating around the bush. She wants to sever her ties with you. No way! That's gonna be a lie for sure. Why? Something this important should be said directly to me from her. I can't believe you if you tell me. Yeah, that makes sense. But her phone was totally destroyed in the accident. And she injured both her arms, so she can't use her phone. Yikes. So, I've been acting as her proxy and conveying her words. Of course, I won't disclose the hospital where she's staying. What the? I'll wait at her apartment then. I thought you'd say that, so I already moved her stuff out yesterday. Oh my God! Why are you acting alone without my permission? It's not on my own. It's your mom's decision, of course. I followed suit and left the house too. Do you have some kind of grudge against me? Oh, come on. Did you really think I'd wait for you? Huh? When a wife gets cheated on by her husband, isn't it normal to wish hell upon him? Hell? Seriously? What's going on with you? This isn't like you at all. Not rushing to your own mother's side in a time of crisis and prioritizing fun with your girlfriend. I think it's perfectly justified to wish for you to be scorched by the fires of hell, even if just my personal sentiment. Well, just so you know, never show your face in front of me and your mom again. Once I've calmed down, I'll find a lawyer and we'll start divorce proceedings. Don't even think about running, okay? What? In the 2 days before Sam returned, I managed to move out Joanne's belongings and then mine as well. This hectic move was made possible mainly due to her great character. Many people volunteered to help us because they felt indebted to her. On the contrary, this situation was a big miscalculation for Sam. Lacking the kindness his mother had, he couldn't seek help for anyone. Instead, he received scoldings from many people one after another and seemed to be quite worn out. Moreover, he earned the wrath of the CEO and he lost his job. I gathered the evidence of his affair and, through a lawyer, filed for compensation. He was supposedly crying and screaming, "I've lost my job!" But I don't care. He must confront his own mistakes and simply make amends. That's the message I asked the lawyer to convey.
Alex, may I have a word? I have something important to tell you. What are you doing right now?
Huh? What, Rachel? I'm busy with work right now. What's so important? If you need something, I'll get back to you during break, or you can tell me when I get home. I gotta get back to work, so I'll see you later.
Oh, so your job is to make out with an 18-year-old new employee at a hotel? Well, it sure sounds like you're busy.
What?
Kathy Moore, 18 years old. The new employee you're training? Are you on a flirtatious date during business hours, pretending to be out on sales calls?
You know about it?
Were you trying to hide it from me? It was so obvious. I thought you were rather showing it off.
Seriously?
So I filed for a divorce, as I had originally promised.
What? What the hell is that? You filed for a divorce without my consent? How dare you do such a thing? I'm not going to approve.
What are you saying? Have you forgotten already?
About what?
I told you. When I forgave you for cheating on me the last time, I told you I'm not going to forgive you if there would be a second time.
What?
We signed the divorce papers then, with the promise that if you cheated on me again, I would submit the papers as soon as possible. You signed it in your own handwriting, and we agreed to the promise, right?
No,
I know what they say. Danger past, God forgotten. But I won't forgive you this time. The divorce papers are valid, and I have no intention of withdrawing them. After the divorce, I'm going to ask for alimony. Be prepared.
Damn. Because of you, Kathy dumped me. My savings are gone, and I got fired from my job. Don't you have any mercy?
I don't have the God's limitless mercy to a cheating man.
It's your fault that you're infertile in the first place. It's not my fault.
What are you talking about?
I've been married to you for 4 years. You never got pregnant. That means you have a problem. I felt sorry I couldn't give my parents a grandchild. That's why I tried to have a baby with Kathy.
You were trying to make the other woman pregnant?
That's right.
Are you out of your mind? You have absolutely no common sense. What you're doing is unethical.
I'm not out of my mind. I'm serious. It's human instinct to want kids. What's wrong with abandoning your infertile wife? Kathy is young, so she would have a safe delivery, and I thought she'd conceive my child right away. But I was dumped because of you.
You know, it's your fault that you didn't tell Kathy that you were married in the first place.
No, it's not my fault.
You know what? While you're sitting around in my house, you can find a new place to live, or a living job, or something, can't you? Just find a place to live, and get the hell out of here as soon as possible. I really don't want my divorced partner staying with me in my house. I'm trying to avoid seeing you as much as possible, and I really don't want to run into you by accident.
What? What the hell are you talking about? You're the one who should leave.
What?
I was wondering why you weren't seeming to be moving out. This is my parents' house, and I have the right to continue to live here. I'm the one who should tell you to get the hell out of here. If you're going to stay any longer, I'm going to charge you rent.
Oh, are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Oh, I see. Your parents are overseas now. I guess it's not that easy to go back to your parents' place. I see. If you don't have a home to go back to, you could have just said so. Well, if you want to stay at my house, you better pay me 1K a month as a rent. And get down on your knees and beg me that you want to have my baby. Then you can stay in this house. Well, that's impossible. Because you can't have a baby. You're nothing but a plague to me, trampling on my desire to let my parents have grandchildren. So get the hell out of here. You're useless. I don't even want to see your face.
You're the one who has no home to go back to.
What? Why?
Last time I found out about your affair, your parents were almost ready to move to the countryside, which was the plan they had been working on for a while. They were just 2 months away from moving out.
Yeah, so?
That's when we discussed who would take ownership of the house. As an apology to me for your affair, it was decided that the house would be in my name, not yours.
What? Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Do you want to see the copy of the register? You must have a really bad memory to forget such an important thing. Or maybe you have a very convenient brain that deliberately forgets things that are inconvenient for you.
Oh, I just remembered.
Good. Well then, leave this house as soon as possible. If you stay here too long, I'll charge you rent.
This was the house where I was born. It's my parents' house.
Oh, are you crying? I can hear you crying in your room.
I just collapsed to my knees. Why is this happening?
You deserve it.
Hey, Rachel. It's me, Alex. It's been a long time.
What?
It's been 3 years already.
Oh, did I forget to block you? Goodbye.
Wait. Why didn't you call me when you had my baby?
What? I didn't have a baby. What are you talking about?
Oh, come on. I saw it. I saw you with a child about 2 years old in your arms, and the child was calling you Mama. If the child is 2 years old, it's just about right to assume you were pregnant around the time you left me. If you were pregnant, you should have told me. You were so stubborn about getting a divorce that you couldn't tell me, huh?
No, you've got the wrong person. I don't have a child around 2 years old.
You can just tell me the truth, Rachel. Okay, I'll remarry you.
Huh?
It's not easy being a single mom. Poor you. I'll take care of you.
I don't plan on being a single mom. I mean, I'm already remarried.
Oh, you think you're already remarried to me?
No, I'm not. Don't say something creepy.
I'll be at your place as soon as possible.
No, don't come over. There's no reason for me to remarry you at all.
Hey, here I am. I've been ringing your doorbell all night. Why aren't you answering? The lights are on in the house. I know you're in there. Let's stop being so stubborn and be a good couple like we used to be, huh? I'm sure my child misses his daddy too, right?
Huh? What, you're here already?
Yeah, I thought it's better to do this kind of thing as soon as possible.
I told you not to come. I mean, I haven't heard the doorbell.
What? I can hear the doorbell ringing. Maybe you're just too excited to see me again after 3 years, and you're getting all emotional. And maybe you're too embarrassed to come out because your excitement is showing on your face? What the heck, you're acting so much cuter after 3 years. Tonight's going to be a fun night, isn't it?
That's so gross. I have goosebumps. Stop talking about such a creepy fantasy. I really didn't hear the doorbell, and I asked my husband to check the front door, but he said there's no one there.
What? Husband?
I told you on the texts. I got remarried.
What? Hey, you gave birth to my child and then remarried another man? What the hell are you doing? If you do that, I won't be able to let my mom and dad hold my baby. Perhaps you got remarried because it was too difficult to raise a child as a single mom? If that's the case, I'll take care of you from now on. So get a divorce right away.
I told you I didn't have your baby.
Bullshit. I told you I saw you and the child.
Oh, wait a minute.
What is it?
I got a text from my sister. She says it's urgent.
Huh?
I'm back.
Hey, I've waited so long.
Hey, are you in front of that house you used to live when we got divorced?
Of course I am. You still live here, right? Why are you pretending to not be here? You should come out right now.
Your brother and his wife live there now.
What? My brother? My brother, he's alive?
Your brother left home as soon as he graduated from high school, and you haven't heard from him since, right?
Oh, yeah. He's such a rogue that he got in a fight with my parents. I never thought he would be alive.
Actually, right after you and I got divorced, he came back. He pulled himself up and became a decent human being.
What?
And he was dating my sister. What a surprise, huh?
How did that happen?
Apparently, your brother was working at the company which my sister joined. At first, they didn't know each other. Later, they found out that they were related through their siblings' marriage. That's how they became close and eventually fell in love.
What the hell?
Later on, my sister found out she was pregnant, and that was around the time I had decided to move out due to work. After talking it over, we signed a lease agreement at the same time the two got married. They've been living there ever since.
Well, that means...
The woman you saw was my sister, and the child she was with was, of course, the child of your brother and my sister. So the child is your nephew.
So are you telling me that my brother is in this house right now? The lights have been on the whole time, and it feels like there's someone inside.
No, he's just on his way home from work.
Oh, okay. I'm honestly scared of my brother, and I don't want to see him, so thank God.
By the way, he already knows why you and I got divorced. And my sister just texted him to tell him that you have come over to their house by mistake. Your brother is hurrying at full speed to come home. My sister told him that she's scared of you for ringing the doorbell so many times. Your brother seems to be a mild person now, but he becomes so violent like how he was in his early days when he sees someone hurting my sister.
Really?
I think he should be there by now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it looks like you guys have met. Good, good, good.
Rachel, help me out.
Huh?
I'm in trouble.
I don't want anything to do with you. You're the trouble. Can I just block you?
No. Why would you say that?
Your brother told me what you had told him.
He told me that you started stalking that Kathy after you broke up with me. And when you found out that Kathy was getting married to a new guy she started dating, you stormed into their wedding and ruined it. You were charged with various fees, such as compensation and the cost of the cancelled wedding, and ended up with a debt of $70,000? That's so bad, I laughed my ass off.
Wait, my brother told you?
Of course he did. I have the right to know, since you've been causing me so much trouble.
If you know about it, then help me.
Why?
If your husband is in trouble, it makes sense to help him. It's called humanity. I'm sure you weren't such a cold person. Help me.
I told you, I was already married to another man. That means you're a stranger to me. And besides, it's my precious body now, so it's too much to ask for.
Huh?
I'm pregnant.
What?
Of course, it's my current husband's baby.
Wait a minute. I thought you were infertile.
I never said anything like that. You just made that assumption on your own. You made all kinds of assumptions, and called me a plague, a useless person, and so on.
Well, you couldn't have a baby during the 4 years you were married to me.
Well, I sure didn't get pregnant.
Then you're lying, aren't you?
You're with your brother now. Ask him about it. He knows how many weeks pregnant I am.
He says you're 22 weeks pregnant.
That's right. To begin with, I've had several fertility tests during my medical checkups. And each time the results have been fine.
What does that mean?
That's something I'm not to determine, so you'll have to figure it out yourself. If you don't know for sure yourself, why don't you go to the hospital and get it checked out once? Anyway, I heard that you're going to start working tomorrow at the construction company where your brother used to work, right?
Ugh, I don't want to hear about that.
You better stop running away from the reality. I heard that you didn't have a real job because you were so busy stalking Kathy. Good for you, you got a job.
No, it's an excessive hard job. It's a place where that brother of mine, who was a rogue, had been reformed and became a completely different person. That's just so scary. Just imagining it is terrifying.
Stop complaining.
Well,
I better go. Stress is not good for a pregnant woman. I'm going to block your texts. You can go work hard and become a decent human being.
Wait.
Goodbye.
Don't give up on me.
I never knew about the company Alex started working for, but apparently the company is well known as a place to reform people by forcing hard work. My brother-in-law told me that the company will do all kinds of things to reform his brother so we don't have to worry about anything. Now, I live quite far from where Alex lives, but still, I feel way safer to know that someone is looking after him. Alex was picked up by a shady black van and taken to the company dormitory. I heard that he was screaming until they arrived to the dormitory, but as soon as he was in front of the president, he became quiet. Now, he is surrounded by muscular, well-trained senior employees, doing a pretty grueling work. It seems like he's been able to pay off his debt on schedule so far. I can only hope that one day he will become a decent human being.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.